Hello, my lovely little snakelets, it's Hebi here, and today we are going to be reacting to the first chapter of 2025, chapter 1135, Friends a Cup. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can. If you would like to join the Discord to keep up to date with any news or relevant information, you can do that. We also have a bot that links you to free video games, so please join the Discord. And if you want to support me by buying me a coffee, you can do so on Buy Me a Coffee. Let's start the chapter, shall we? Okay, so we have the cover page, which is Tama kicking the crap out of Hold'em. So she has rescued herself. She does not need Yamato. Hopefully we'll finish this little arc up soon and Yamato can continue on with her quest. Let's start the chapter, shall we? So, not continuing where we left off, we are back with Robin and Co. They are in the library. Bonnie and Chopper are reading one of the giant fight books? Yeah. As Sol explains that the library keeper, Bilo, is responsible for changing the books of O'Hara to a different size. Actually, any small book to a different size, let's be honest. It can even change the newspapers from the World Economic Journal into giant fight versions. Lilith exclaims, "Oh, so the bird ate the grow fruit. It can cause any inorganic matter to grow. It's perfect for this island." Zol then asks Robin if it takes her back to when she was younger. She says yes, it does. Chopper then asks her, "I wonder if there are any medical books." Robin tells him no. O'Hara was mainly, well, the library was mainly about archaeology and history. Sol then tells Chopper that they've got some medical books here from Elbaf, but they were always big, so the owl can't shrink them down. We then move to the Walrus School, where Luffy and the giant kids, along with Usopp, are playing in the playground. No, they're playing in the classroom. Luffy is screaming at how fun it is to play on a giant swing, and he then gets beaten up by Nami for riling the children up. We then have one of the children go and nuzzle themselves into good? Yeah, it's good. As Sanji tells Luffy off for making them cry, as the children have not been raised the same way the older giants have been raised. We then see the child acting basically like Momo did, and that pisses me off. Luffy exclaims to Usopp that it's sad that the giants are no longer like what we were told about, battle-hungry creatures. We then have Luffy attacked by another child out of nowhere. And it turns out it is Colin, and Luffy destroys his axe? Or no, it's a sword! By using elephant gun. Okay. Usopp tells Luffy to take it easy, and the child Colin screams. Luffy says he didn't even hit him, and he then tells the child, "You've got some backbone." The little girls in the giant class scream that Luffy is scary and that they hate violence. They've grown up in peace, of course. Colin then says that's awesome. I could totally tell you were an emperor of the sea. The other kids start to ridicule Colin and he calls them losers. We then have Miss Ripley tell Colin to stop causing trouble, and that swing was really good. He laughs it off and says, "Mum, I've got your favorite food from Mito." Everyone is shocked that the child has just said "Mama" to Ripley. He then goes on to say, "Yeah, my dad's a human. He used to be a pirate. He can't even hold his own against Elbath warriors." Sanji is shocked by that news. Ripley says, "Yes, he's a younger man actually. He keeps sulking that he's the only one who ages, and that's why he won't marry me. So, I've always been his common law wife." And Sanji gets angry at that news. I am a little bit annoyed at some of the information that it's Scarpa's child. Colin is Scarpa's. I just feel like it'd be anticlimactic to just go and dump Scarpa here. Unless he's going to become a teacher for Luffy. I would love it to be Beckman, but obviously we've just been told he was a pirate. He used to be a pirate, but I don't know. We then move back to the Owl School where Luffy and the rest of them have just made it. Luffy exclaims the books are all huge. As Robin then tells him she wants to stay here and catch up with Sol, so she'll meet them at the feast later. Sol laughs and says it'll be fine. The feast will last for days. I think we have Chopper also saying he'll stay, and Lyneth and Bonnie are staying as well. I think Frankie is also staying. As he says, "Listen up, turns out the whole island is an atom tree. It's the ultimate tree whose wood I used to build the sun." Oh, so he's just gonna wander around looking at the tree. Sol then says, "Yeah, there's several atom trees around the world, but this one's the oldest." Okay, so we don't care about Frankie. Luffy then says, "Yeah, he'll go back. He's starving." And Guard says she wants to give them some clothes, so she changes them, and we get the crew a giant fight. They look very cute. I don't know whether I like Jinbei in a giant costume. It just looks weird. So they go back to the village. Blah, blah, blah. After Good is like, simping over them. Then we go back to the castle. I'm confused, but we're back at the castle. The cloaked, bandaged one tells the guards that they are looking for Loki. They laugh, the guards obviously, asking why they want to meet with a criminal like Loki. The bandaged person says, "Just tell me where he is." And then he's bandaged to pieces or whipped with bandages? Wrapped. Behave yourself, you insolent loud. Do you think I asked you a question? Ooh. Okay, so the giants wouldn't answer the question, so they got wrapped? God, that feels like a Pokemon attack. And I'm guessing they answered. And they're heading to Loki. Because we then move to the village where everyone's having a party. We then see, for the first time, Boba Ja. Last time we saw him was in a flashback. We also see the giant that Luffy freed from the auction house a couple of years ago, and yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. It's a very boring chapter. Other than finding out that Ripley likes humans in a sexual way, I don't think there was anything I really cared about. But if you would like to comment, subscribe, join the Discord, and keep up to date with any news or relevant information, you can do that. And if you want to support me, you can do that by buying me a copy. Bye!